All right. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. I'm Cole.
I'm Linda. Good morning.
And it's about 28 degrees out, February 6th of 2022 AD. And we're off to Dallas to make some bagels.
Make some bagels.
All right. Come along with us. Blessed is the nation, probably who follows God, follows the Lord. Okay, go ahead. What happened in 1970?
Do you know in 1970 at In-N-Out Burger restaurant that they sold collectible glasses?
This was how long ago?
1970, and it was 29 cents with the Pepsi.
Did not know that.
Looney Tunes.
Wow.
I forget the pig's name. What's the pig's name?
Oh, yeah, Porky.
Porky, there you go.
Porky the pig. I think he was the one that said, "That's all, folks. That's all, folks." Well, you can really see the lights today. Post office thing. Yeah, supposedly the city gets tax write-offs for having those like colored neon lights on their buildings. They get certain incentives for brightening up the city. That's Fort Worth. And look at this skyline right here. Isn't that something? Jumped up to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So Harmon Dobson's dream was to make a hamburger that would fit in both your hands. So both hands. And its first Whataburger was in Corpus Christi. I believe all that was done in the 50s, I think. I want to say, do research, but I want to say a partner or him, one of the two, on their faithful day, a plane went down. They were in like a private airplane. You can Wikipedia to find out. I think that's how his end was. He died from a private plane. But his name was Harmon Dobson. He was the founder of Whataburger. So far, there's just been one car that's been on the highway this entire time. It's a Sunday, February 6th, 2022 AD. So it happened in 1967. Harmon Dobson took off with his business partner, Luther. They flew up in the air on their Skymaster. It was a Cessna called the Skymaster. At 4:30 p.m. is when that sucker went down. And that was it for him. So Harmon Dobson and Luther Sneed took off in the Skymaster Cessna at a very steep angle, leaving Victoria, Texas, about 100 feet in the air. Both engines failed, and they plumaged down to their death. There were witnesses that saw it. Around 4:30 p.m. that fateful day. And the owner and creator of Whataburger died on April 11th of 1967. But his dream came true, for you can fit a Whataburger in both your hands. And that was actually his plan. He wanted that big of a burger. Cheeseburger too. And his dream came true. And one of the witnesses said when they saw the plane going down, Harmon Dobson had a big smile on his face. Well, that's just, of course, rumor. So Harmon Dobson was accepted to the University of Missouri. He was born in 1913. He studied journalism and then left and became an apprentice as an iron worker. Eventually, he helped out World War II and fitted pipes together in North Africa right before World War II. Well, right during World War II. Somewhere down the line, he came up with a great idea for a hamburger. While in North Africa during 1942, during the war, he worked for Bell Telephone Company, fitting pipes together. Thinking of hamburgers the entire time. So during the war, he worked in the Suez Canal and then in Egypt. And eventually came all the way back to Arkansas, one of his hometowns. To start over. There in his hometown in Arkansas, he began selling used cars. Still thinking of that great big cheeseburger. In 1955, he married Grace, moved to Texas with 3 children. His wife and he settled in Texas. And that's when the hamburger started really to become more and more real. After moving to Texas with his 3 kids and his wife Grace, he met Paul Burton. That's when he decided, with Paul, to open that hamburger joint. And they called it, you guessed it, Whataburger. Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Which still exists today. 1955. Him and Paul Burton. And Paul and he built that hamburger together at Whataburger. And Harmon wanted the hamburger to fit into 2 hands. And it did. Show a hamburger in 2 hands, sweetie. Very good. There you go. That was in June of 1950 when they began to taste that 2-handed cheeseburger from Whataburger. 1951, Harmon Dobson and Paul had a disagreement about the hamburger when he raised the price by a nickel from 25 cents to 30 cents. And they parted ways. But Harmon remained the owner of Whataburger. Yeah, it's like an indoor circus. There's the tickets right there. I good thing it's indoors. Kind of cold. There. Trinity Broadcast, TBN. The Trinity Broadcast Network. What'd you say? Well, we finish up a day of bagels, and I'm gonna head off to the Speedway pretty soon. So you're smoking and wearing gloves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it, sweetie.
All right. All right. Next stop, Speedway. Say goodbye for the week.
Goodbye. See you on Thursday.
And Julie Smith said hi.
She did?
Well, she said
Hi.
something.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew to the food or ew to the weather. Hi, Julie.
To the weather, right? It's like what? Almost 50 out right now. 46.
All right, let's go.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
A lot of the snow and ice pretty much melted. It was a double order, so I have to go back in for a second one. Well, according to the lady, when I was walking out, people were waiting up to an hour. So, Uncle Julio's, pretty cool place. Believe it or not, I started a play. It's a one-act play. I almost finished it all. It's called Uncle Julio and the Cherry Bomb. I think it was called, yeah, Uncle Julio and the Cherry Bombs. It was a one-act play about a female punk band. Excuse me, but I haven't typed it out yet. I've only written it. Yeah, the play takes place in this guy's garage. He owns the garage. He rents it out to a female punk band, which consists of two players, the drummer and the guitar player and the singer. It's kind of takes place in the garage, them working out their details of the band and all that kind of stuff. So right now I'm in Euless, Texas. It looks like this is actually an Indian temple right here. Didn't notice it. I used to live out here. Actually, I used to live on the other side of that water tower right here, so that's fairly new. believe that's Indian, from like India temple. I used to live right down this way. Right down there, was a place called Camden Oasis, which has a different name now. All right. Right on the other side of that is the Jesus flag. I got a long story about that one. A little white flag. You can't really see it, but it waves Jesus. I think it's a church, and that's where I used to live, right there. It has a different name now. They still go by Camden, but I don't know if it's Camden Oasis. It may be a different name. Well, picked one up at Perry's, and I got to spin around to go get it. Gotta be careful under these bridges right now, because black eyes get a hold of you, spin you around big time. Alrighty, let's go get that Perry's. So there's Perry's. It's probably the finest steakhouse in Grapevine. You can get there by taking Northwest Highway in Grapevine. Actually, I'm about to turn right on Northwest Highway, and it's very fancy. It's a very good one. High, 5-star kind of thing. There it is, Perry's Steakhouse and Grill. So one thing about Perry's is they're probably most likely, almost all the time, they're going to have what's called, there's the Mercedes. Almost every time there's a limousine, but I'm not going to vouch for the valet parking because, well, I'm just a delivery driver. That would be very strange. There's usually a sports car out front, like a Lamborghini or something like that. I think that's what that may have been. Not for sure. I'll have to walk up to it and look a little closer. Anyway, it's steaks, seafood, and chops. I don't know if they'd ever really make Michelin. These people are really proud, happy about. Sorry about that. About going there, making kind of a big scene. I'm gonna park over this way. It's right next to Golf Galaxy. If you want to find Golf Galaxy, that's probably where they sell golf stuff over there. Well, this pickup is just a seasonal cheesecake, but I'm gonna have them like throw a big old porterhouse steak on top of the cheesecake. So then I have cheesecake steak. So it'd be like a steak and cheesecake. So we'll be raising the steaks. No, I'm just joking. I wouldn't do that. I'm gonna guess maybe a Lamborghini. Excuse me. I'm gonna guess maybe a Lamborghini, and I am right. It's a Lamborghini. They're a pretty good one. They're very low to the ground too. I've been in one before when I was younger. This one looks like a brand new one though. Very nice. Oh, he comes every Sunday? Pretty cool. Just like a regular crowd kind of thing right over here. Yeah, they're super nice. And they got a fire going over there. They just kind of walked right up to me and handed me the order. Almost like they knew me by name. It's very strange.